Sound Healing and Music Mindfulness Skills with George W. Grant. Track 2. Let's do a simple grounding pose. Stand on your 2 feet naturally at shoulder width. Stand naturally with your toes facing forward, with the 2 feet a little bit more parallel to each other than you may normally stand. They don't have to be perfectly parallel, but the toes pointing a little bit more forward. You want to stand on the outsides of your feet, the extreme right and the extreme left, and grip your toes. Press the toes right down onto the ground. So your 2 feet are like 2 cups. Tighten your buttocks a bit, and then this helps your knees to go out. This pose is sometimes called the horse pose. So it feels like you're riding a little horse. Now, feel your upper legs be very firm, and you don't have to squeeze anything too tight, but just firm up the upper legs in your seat. This has the effect of rolling back your hips and taking pressure off of your lower back. And you feel your knees are out, and you feel your feet are cupping the ground. The knees are slightly bent as if they were 2 springs, shock absorbers. Hold your lower body in the horse pose, and then with your hands, let's do 5 fingers pressing. You take the fingertips and put them against each other, the thumb to the thumb, index to index, and so forth. All 5 fingers. The fingers are opened up wide, and there's enough space between your 2 hands to fit a grapefruit in there. You're holding your fingers at a 45-degree angle to each other, and then you can press these 5 fingertips together. Keep your elbows up a little bit higher to help you support this ability to push in equally on all 5 fingers. Now, to the horse pose and 5 fingers pressing, let's add the vertical axis. Now you feel a metal pin from way up high above your head, right down through the center of your body, going right down into the center of the earth. Like a metal steel pin that's very firm and very straight. From infinity above your head, right down through to the center of the earth. This is a classic Qigong visualization. You feel this metal pin in the middle, and the rest of your body feels like cotton. You feel like soft cotton around the metal pin. Now, your eyes can be open, but don't really stare at anything. You can actually see out to the sides with your peripheral vision. This eye posture is also called splatter vision. Now, we're going to add the breathing to this. As you exhale, you press your fingers just a little bit and sink your knees down just a bit. Your knees are very spongy. As you inhale, you stand up like maybe a half of an inch. Your elbows rise up a little bit. And then you exhale, you squeeze the fingers together, the elbows go down a little bit, and you sink down on your spongy knees just a little bit. Inhale, you stand up just a bit. Exhale, you sink down just a little bit. It's really easy. Just breathe naturally in and out. And these movements are a reflection of your breathing. Your breathing guides the process. The movements don't guide the breath. The breath guides the movements. Now, one more thing. Tree trunk, branches, and roots. Your body, from head to toe, is a tree trunk. Below your feet, roots are growing down, and they spread out in 4 directions out to the sides. They go down, and then they round back up and aim to come up towards the ground level. Above your head, branches go up, and then they curve almost in 2 perfect half circles back down toward the ground. So the branches above and the roots below are mirror images of each other. And the roots below you is where you're putting most of your attention. This mirror image makes the shape of a donut. It's like a very thick, fat donut, like a bagel. The center of this donut is just your body. It's a very narrow tunnel. And you've got this donut-shaped tree. And I encourage you to understand that this is you. This is the real you. This is what you are outside and beyond your physical body. So this is you. And what's interesting about this is you have to be aware equally of forward and back, side to side. Each time you exhale, you sink down a bit, your elbows drop maybe a half an inch or so, you press your fingers, and you really feel like you're really finding that connection with the roots underneath. You make yourself a tiny bit lighter and then get heavy as you exhale. Sink the knees. You might start to, feel muscles getting worked here. And part of grounding is intention. If you want to be grounded, it's going to help a lot. And that is the simple grounding pose. Okay? Do this pose anytime you like. Get to know it so that when you need it, you can use it. And if you're working with somebody, doing some sound healing protocols with them, and you don't know them, I suggest that you have them do this at the beginning so that they can do it at the end if they need to. Sometimes, to ground people at the end of a long session of sound healing or even vocal toning, any sort of repeated movement, doesn't have to be like dance, but something simple, like stepping from the right foot to the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Now at the same time, I can make my hands move with my 2 feet. Like I'll press down with one palm with the other foot. So I'm going left, right, left, right. I raise my palm up and down the same way I'm doing my feet up and down. This gets the upper body involved. Left, right, left, right. And just anything like this, rhythmic movement, will help a person get grounded. Walking out on the earth, barefoot, is a really great way to get grounded. Even if it's cold outside, bare feet on a cold sidewalk will get you grounded in a hurry. And aromatherapy, essential oils, is a great way to help some people get centered physically and emotionally. Cedarwood is a great all-purpose oil to help people feel grounded after an amazing experience of vocal toning and other forms of body work. Okay, please take grounding seriously.